situation with the explosive device at your home that you're now trying to sell. Tell us about the history of that and how that ended up in the cistern.
About 35 years ago, 30 or 35 years ago, there was a string of burglaries starting at the East Coast, coming west, where prominent collectors were robbed. Their collections were burglarized out of the stores or out of their homes. That kind of alarmed me, so I loaded up an explosive grenade. I had other minor booby traps on the way in to the gun room. On the wall, on the door of the gun room was posted a big sign in Army style, "Danger, booby traps." And this grenade was in a locked table with half a dozen guns. So a burglar would have had to break into the table after those guns, and he would have grabbed the booby trap and been blown out through the wall. The police knew about this. They told me they don't have to check the place to see whether anybody had broken in. They just drive by and see if the wall is blown out.
Now, fast forward, when did you dispose of the grenade, I guess you would call it, and why did you put it where you put it?
It must be a couple of weeks now, a fortnight, that I finally got my nerve up and took the doggone grenade out. I'm not about to put it in the trash. It might injure the trash man. If I bury it in the ground is dry, nothing will happen. So I dropped it in the cistern where it can soak in water, and it's been there for over a week, perhaps 2 weeks now.
And how did they discover that it was there? Did you notify
I told them.
Who did you tell?
I told the realtor. And he told Swarthmore College, to whom we donated the house and land years ago. And Swarthmore said, "You got to get that doggone grenade out of the cistern before you can sell the house."
And today, did you hear that it became sort of a police event where they had the bomb squad out there and everything? What were your thoughts on that?
Well, then I'm glad they had professional help. Because Darmus and I, Don Darmus from Amherst Police Department, he and I used to deal with this stuff. I've disarmed more than one grenade down at the old Lorraine Police Station. They called me in one time. In the basement they had a bunch of dynamite sticks which they'd picked up. They've been sitting there so long that the nitroglycerin had soaked out. I don't know whether you know that, but nitroglycerin will soak out of old dynamite. It soaked the shelf wrapping paper and the wood. I told him, for Pete's sake, I'll take the sticks and wrap them carefully, but you folks have to put water on this and don't let anybody bang the shelf or it'll set off the nitroglycerin.
Is it true that now you are divesting yourself of a lot of your weapons and you're converting that money into scholarship funds?
Funny you'd ask.
I know, we were at Clearview.
We just gave away 4 more scholarships tonight. Over the years since 1982, I've given out $514,600 in scholarships to Lorain County kids.
I'm impressed. Do you expect there will be any trouble as a result of this, or do you think that once you talk to the police about this, the whole thing is they may not have understood what was going on? the situation?
I would expect no trouble because the grenade was safe in the cistern. The experts were notified and they've taken care of it. But it was a small can of a highly explosive powder. And it seems to me I married the two and glued the fuse into the can. See what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Was the original can came from where? Like an army?
Some kind of explosive device that the Army has. I don't know.
Okay.
I kept on picking up these gadgets during the years I was in the Guard. One time, I came back, walked in the doctor's lounge at St. Joe's Hospital.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are about their golf games and their country clubs. Okay? They turned to me and said, "What did you do this summer?" I told them I was enjoying your tax money, shooting a Vulcan, 20 millimeter electrically fired machine gun, 100 shots a second, $14 a shot. $1,400 a second, is that where my tax money's going? My God. I said, that's where your tax money's going. Being as how firearms and explosives were my hobby, it was a natural. See what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. How extensive was your gun collection?
How extensive?
Quite a few pieces?
Couple hundred.
Couple
several hundred pistols.
And how much of that went to scholarships when you sold them?
Oh, I don't know. Because over the years, I've gotten rid of the pistols, rifles, and shotguns. In this place here, they don't want any deadly weapons.